It's an All-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Celtics come into town for this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And folks, bad news, Carmelo Anthony will not be in the lineup. Clark is out with an injury. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, kick to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
And that's got to be the focus. It takes a lot of game planning to come up with ways to put points on the board consistently against these guys.
And we know this coach is very comfortable game planning. He'll have a lot of ideas of how to attack this defense today. Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
A follow outside.
And the fans, guys, letting him know that this is not his home anymore.
And you know what? It's probably a mutual feeling. I don't think he wants to be here anymore either.
And it's Freak missing. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Out of hand on it. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Jarrett Williams checked in for the Knicks. And then for Boston, Lee's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Perry Jones comes in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. There's the pick. Thomas gets a wide open look. And that one comes up a bit short.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
And that one's good. Free.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Good. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Passes it to Porzingis. To the wing on the left. New York moving the ball around. Williams kicks to Freak. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
But they recover it. There's Thomas with the 3. Here's Jones. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Jones has got his first 2 points. Freak kicks to Sanders. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thomas kicks to Lee. Outside Thomas. Back to Jones. Here's Smart. Drills it from outside. Smart's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Freak. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston.
Coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Smart is out there with Young. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then it's Zeller. And it's Lee in at power forward. Boston making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics put on a show. He ended with 11 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
Now here's Crowder, guarded by Wright. The dish to Young. Deflects the pass, and stolen by Freak. For the finish, flushes it down to finish the break.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Zeller, a screen on Wright. Crowder dishes to Zeller. Lopez with the steal. Freak with it. He's got 6. Hansbrough, the pass to Freak. Sullinger with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's the pass to Zeller. Young with no one around. Gets a very good look and converts. Young's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Now, here's Grant, guarded closer. It's Freak, top of the key. The shot is off.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second bucket of game to go. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
It's a tie game in New York. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, you guys struggled a bit early on. Tell us what changed as that first half progressed.
Well, once again, it's all going to be about our defense. We didn't have a great shooting half, and we're still in the ballgame. It's just a matter of us getting stops and rebounds, and we did that better in the second quarter.
Hanging tough by virtue of your defense, David. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you. One of the stories here. So for the Knicks, Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Lopez, and Freak subbed in for Grant. Young's checked in for Boston. Freak in at point guard. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Smith. Then it's Darrell Wright, and it's Aflalo in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. And he gets it to go. Young's got 5 points so far.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
This is disruptive.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to pay heads up against these squads. The Celtics second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Screen by Young. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. They retain possession. Good. Smith with the basket on the assist by Freak. Freak's got 4 assists now tonight. Celtics leading by 6. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. And that's out of bounds. Boston will with possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Sanders is checked in. Lee's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Jay Crowder. A minute 42 left in the third. Here's Zeller. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Zeller's got 6. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to New York.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotations, and they paid a big price for it.
Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Thomas up top. He has 7. Can't cash in from the high post.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Freak with it. Now Thomas defending. Freak kicks to Hansbrough. Aflalo left side. 5 to shoot. Freak dishes to Sanders. Smith for 3. Zeller grabs the board. Boston leading by 8. Young, a good look. And it's Freak with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots a 3. And Boston with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock him down.
And I really think that's what did him in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Here's Smart. Offline with his 3. So for New York, their last game a win against the Boston Celtics. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Smart and Bradley the guards. Jones is out there with David Lee, and it's Olynyk in at the center position.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
The feed now to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Tries again, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Jarrell Wright. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Thomas. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the